Critical talks of importance to the Caribbean region have ended in St. George's, Grenada. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chris Saunders. The nation's leader and his delegation return home tonight following high-level discussions with Caricom heads in Grenada. Among the issues addressed were crime and security, climate change, tourism, health, and education. Altavis Munnings tonight tells us that at the end of the summit, Caribbean leaders pledged to focus more closely on what needs to be done to strengthen Caricom to make it more economically competitive.
The intense two-day meeting enabled Caricom heads of government to approve the implementation plan for the Caribbean Single Market and Economy, CSME, after identifying roadblocks that hindered its progress. Hear from the Caribbean Development Bank and World Bank on various funds available to Caricom states on a multilateral level. Offer advice to the government of Venezuela to limit the conflict affecting the citizens of that country. Agreeing on the implementation of a single airspace, proposed air taxes, and the impact of Brexit on the region. Newly appointed Caricom chairman, Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, also explained the decision made on a Human Resources Development 2030 strategy and implementation plan to address the development of skills for the 21st century Caribbean, as well as an initiative to sustain regional tourism.
We supported in principle the creation of an independent public-private sector governing body to guide the development and management of a sustained regional tourism marketing and public relations effort. We also agreed to build our tourism effort. Air transportation, we noted, has to also be improved. We agreed to implement measures to facilitate the ease of travel in the region and mandated the government-owned airlines to continue to work towards increasing the level of collaboration and coordination. The strategy would allow our people as they progress from our earliest years to senior adulthood to reach their full potential in their personal and working lives, contributing to their families, communities, and national and regional developments. At the heart of the strategy is the prioritization of the construction by 2030 of a globally competitive, innovative, and seamlessly integrated education system to drive inclusive, sustainable development in our region.
Caricom Secretary General, Ambassador His Excellency Erwin LaRoque, is pleased that the two-day meeting proved beneficial for Caricom heads.
I am satisfied that progress has been made in terms of the various areas mentioned, the CSME, a plan for implementing many of the outstanding issues, and that period will coincide with the region's strategic plan. The social sectors, I want to point out as well, a fair amount of attention was paid to competitiveness of our economies, tourism sector going forward, and significant in renewable energy. You would have seen our head sign an agreement establishing the Caricom Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency, which clears the way for a significant amount of resources to be made available to facilitate and assist member states in developing the capacity for renewable energy and energy efficiency.
While Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Andrew Holness, was also satisfied with this week's meetings, he pitched a discussion on crime as a new item agenda that needs to be discussed when regional heads convene in Jamaica in July 2018.
I raised the issue from the perspective of not just a security issue, but from a macro-social perspective, that the use of violence as a means of resolving conflict, as a means of social control, as part of our social transactions, that it is becoming almost a feature of our societies. And governments have to take a proactive role in addressing this issue. So I've asked Caricom to place this on the agenda for our next meeting, and heads have agreed, and so this will become an agenda item.
The next meeting of Caricom heads of government will take place in Haiti next February. Reporting from Grenada, I'm Altavis Munnings, ZNS Network News.